All right, welcome everyone to the live stream here. We're here to cover the severe weather that we're going to be dealing with in the plains towards the Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas regions. We already do have a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and again in the Texas regions. The parts of the Oklahoma metro is included with the severe thunderstorm watch. Alva, Woodward, Clinton, and Altus, Oklahoma is in the severe thunderstorm watch. Vernon, Wichita Falls are also included with the severe thunderstorm watch. We currently have two severe thunderstorm warnings, mainly for large hail. We possibly might see some rotation within some of these cells, especially the ones that are broad and weak, or broad and just by themselves, because they're going to suck in that atmosphere. We do have that shear in the atmosphere. We do have some dew points there. Not high dew points, but we have dew points in the 50s and lower 60s. So with that, we could see these storms develop into some supercellular type storms. But we do, if we see these two kind of start rotating around each other and coupling, that's when we'll see a possible tornado warning become issued. But mainly right now, this is a severe thunderstorm threat, or large hail threat at this time. Later on this evening, this will turn into a bear with me as I get my brain functioning, but this will turn into a linear threat at most. We go down to Perryton. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning. Unfortunately, this is in a little bit of a radar hole, but we look towards Perryton. Large hail will be falling here, and this storm is beginning to move into the severe thunderstorm watch region. Most of these are outside of the severe thunderstorm watch currently. We do have some larger hail falling towards the Guthrie and Dickens region on 82 there. Possible larger hail according to the radar. Most of these are radar indicated severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm going to go ahead and try to pull up some other things real quick. Get my water. We're going to need that for hydration. And we are going to get a few things pulled up real quick, and we'll continue to talk about what we can see. But if you are tuning in, thank you for tuning in here. And hope you guys are staying weather aware. We are going to share our stream. I'm going to mute desktop audio, just in case we have any issues with that. Oh, and we do have a tornado warning at this time, so we're going to go ahead and bring our attention over here towards this tornado warning. So if you are in Perryton, we currently have, again, a tornado warning in effect. It is unfortunately in a radar hole, so that is something, but most likely the rotation is most likely going to be within this little area here, because it does look like we have a little bit of rotation. Again, unfortunately, this is in a very, very bad radar hole where we do not have good radar data on this storm. So we are struggling to see if there's any rotation. But again, a tornado warning is in effect for the Perryton, Texas region, and going north towards the Kansas region, mainly rural area. Other than Perryton, about last year we had a tornado in Perryton, so hopefully we don't have another one. But we have, again, that tornado warning moving out of Perryton and going into mainly rural areas. But if you're on 412 or 270, please do get out of the way of the storm and pull off the road if you can, and move into a safe place if possible. Again, this tornado warning is in the Perryton, Texas region, moving into Oklahoma. We're going to make a real quick post, and we'll go from there. Follow me on Twitter at WeathermanNick1, and we'll keep you weather aware. folks, I do apologize there. We are trying to get a few other things going here, and we'll continue to talk about this current tornado warning that we have going on or ongoing at this time. Alrighty, now that we've got that posted, let's go ahead and focus on this tornado warning. Again, this is just northeast of the Perryton region. Perryton, you are still in the warning. We got a radar hole in this region, so it is harder to really see what's going on with this storm. And we actually have another tornado warning now. That is 2 tornado warnings currently in effect. We got some rotation with the cell towards the Shamrock region. So if you are in the Shamrock region, I need y'all to be in your safe place. We have 2 tornado warnings currently ongoing in the Texas region. Again, if you are in these regions, take cover immediately, move into a safe room and safe place, and bring me with you, or listen to bring your weather radio with you inside a safe room, away from windows, away from doors, and away from outside walls, and stay into the most interior room of your house, and stay there until the warning moves out of your area. I'll give you the clear once it moves out. Alright, again, if you are following me on Twitter, I am posting updates on the current severe weather, and once these tornado warnings are allowed to expire, we'll continue from there, but these are fairly fast pop-ups since we started the live. So we got one in Perryton, Texas, moving into the panhandle of Oklahoma, and we got one towards the Shamrock, Texas region, about to move into the Oklahoma region. Radar hole in Perryton is not being very helpful here. This tornado warning will expire in 25 minutes. The affected areas will be south central Beaver County in the panhandle of Oklahoma, northwestern Lipscomb County in the panhandle of Texas, northeastern Okaloochee County in the panhandle of Texas until 3:45 p.m. Central Daytime. Rotation has been detected. This is a radar indicated tornado warning. Large hail, ping pong size hail is expected with this as well. So if you are in this region, please do stay weather aware. And to be in your safe place, I will let you know when this warning is out of your region. Going down south, back towards the Shamrock tornado warning. Again, rotation is most likely going to be just north of the Shamrock region, according to the radar here. This is also it's close to radar, but it's also a little bit in a radar hole, but we do have some rotation here in that warning, and that would be just north of the Shamrock region. So if you are in Shamrock, you still need to be in your safe place. If you're on I-40, you need to move into a safer place, pull off the road if you can, and take shelter immediately, as this storm is currently ongoing. It is radar indicated. This tornado warning will expire in 24 minutes or until 3:45 p.m. Central Daytime. This will affect the southwestern Wheeler County and the panhandle of Texas, north central Collingsworth County and the panhandle of Texas, again until 3:45 p.m. Central Daytime. Again, golf ball size hail will be expected with this one. It is a radar indicated tornado warning. Both of these are radar indicated, and they have large hail with them. We'll have to continue to monitor some of these already developing cells down south to continue to watch them as they go on. Again, we're just going to continue to go wall-to-wall coverage for these tornado warnings down south towards the Oklahoma and Texas regions. If you are not already, please do move into a safe interior room of your house and take actions immediately. Main threat out of this, yes, we do have tornado warnings currently, but main threat that we're also going to see is straight line damaging wind threat go on with the system once it gets its act together. But towards the Oklahoma region, just want to talk about this before we go back on the Oklahoma regions here, or the tornado warnings, excuse me, I was trying to get my words. We do have, or we will have, that supercellular development continue through the central and the panhandle of Oklahoma, Texas, going into Oklahoma here, and that's where we're going to have the most supercellular look to these. And by later this afternoon and going into the overnight hours, we'll see a linear threat start to develop out past the Oklahoma City region, and that will continue through the Texas region as well, and that is where we do got that slight risk stretching down, but we do have an enhanced risk as well. Bear with me here as I try to bring on Tanner Shiro, and he's going to also help cover the severe weather event that we're going to have today as well. So bear with me here as I bring up Tanner, and we'll go from there. Hey, Tanner. Alright, so are you ready to cover? I'm sorry if I missed your call there. Alright, so we currently have two views, so I'm going to go on with coverage while I wait on you. So folks, again, we got two tornado warnings, one towards the Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma Panhandle. Again, Perryton, you are out of that tornado warning. You are still in that severe thunderstorm warning, but I am for certain sure that they're gonna cut that severe thunderstorm warning off for you and move it towards the northeast, since the cell is already out of your area. Again, Perryton, you are for the clear, or on the clear right now. If you are out in front of this line, you're most likely to be in front of it if you're on 412, again, highway or interstate 412, and it's going to be traveling through mostly rural areas after passing that interstate and Interstate 270. So bear with me as I get me another drink of water, and we'll go from there as well. So again, this is traveling in a most rural area. We'll go back down towards the Shamrock tornado warning, and we do, this will expire in the next 20 minutes, and this will be impacting mostly rural areas as well. Or if you're in Twitty, you are in this severe tornado warning. If you're on Shamrock, you're also in this tornado warning. And Kelton, to be prepared and have a safe plan, or a plan to get into a safe place within the next coming minutes as this storm is beginning to move into your area. Main threat now, it looks to be large hail, and there is still some slight rotation with it, very, very small slight rotation, but it is still rotating, and with that is going to continue to keep our tornado warning on this cell. Within the next 19 minutes, I'm going to pull up the NWS chat so I can read that as well. And we'll... Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we got the NWS chat, so I can monitor that as well, just in case I miss anything. We currently have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. We have one up close to the Garden and Dodge City region in Kansas, excuse me. That is mainly a damaging wind threat with some smaller hail up to possibly quarter size. And we'll go ahead and take a closer look at that 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts with it. The National Weather Service in Dodge City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Finney County in southwestern Kansas, northwestern Gray County in southwestern Kansas, and northeastern Haskell County in southwestern Kansas until 4 p.m. Central Daytime. At 3:18 p.m. Central Daytime, a severe thunderstorm warning was located 9 miles north of Tice, moving north at 40 miles per hour. Hazard ping pong size hail is being sourced. It's public sourced, so this is already occurring, and that's why we do have this severe thunderstorm warning ongoing. And we're going to go back down to the tornado warning just northeast now of Perryton, Texas. This is moving into the Oklahoma Panhandle region. Again, Elmwood, if you are in Elmwood or Sophia, you are in this warning. If you are in Huntoon, you are also in this tornado warning. So please do, if you are in these regions, take cover immediately. Move into an interior room inside your house. Stay away from windows and doors. And I'll keep you updated and stay with you throughout the next couple of minutes as this warning is ongoing. Since this is in a radar hole, it is still very hard to kind of see what's going on, but most likely there's some weak broad rotation with that storm as well. Going back down towards the Shamrock, Texas tornado warning, we do still have a little bit of rotation within this area. Still fairly weak of a rotation though. We're going to continue to monitor that as it begins to move into the Oklahoma and Texas border there. Again, Shamrock, you are still in this tornado warning. Wheeler as well, you're in this tornado warning. If you're on 152, be prepared to pull off the road if you haven't already. To take cover from the hail, to just avoid the hail in general. Please do not go under any overpasses. That is something we do not need you to do. Just if you are close by any building, go ahead and pull by that building and move into a safe place. Make sure it's a sturdy building as well. Shamrock, you are still in the tornado warning, but most of y'all have been on the southern side of Shamrock have been cut out of the tornado warning. The rotation continues with that sail towards the Wheeler and Shamrock region. And again, this is beginning to move into the Oklahoma area. We may get a new severe thunderstorm warning down south towards the Guthrie, Texas region, as we do have some indications on radar of larger hail as seen here. Possible ping pong size hail. That's the most largest size that we have seen currently. So again, if you are in any of these regions, please do move into a safe place, and we'll stay with you throughout the next coming minutes and hours as we continue to cover this event. This is the only very beginning of a very busy day that we're going to have. We do have an enhanced risk for these areas, and we'll talk a little bit more about that once things calm down a little bit. That one severe thunderstorm warning towards the Wheeler and Shamrock region was allowed to expire. Just south of that cell, we do have a special weather statement just north of the Willington region. So with that smaller hail and gustier winds around 40, 50 mile per hour range are going to be ongoing. And just south of that, we have no warnings currently, but possible warning will be issued possibly here in a little bit. Especially with this one that is possibly having some larger hail with it. So if you are near the Paducah, Texas region, you could possibly see a severe thunderstorm warning within the next couple of minutes. We go back up towards the severe thunderstorm warning around the Dodge City area. Make sure I am... Tanner, are you still there? Yep, I assume you are. You there? Okay. So again, if you are around the Garden City region, we do have a special weather statement and a severe thunderstorm warning for just the eastern areas of Garden City. That would be Pierceville, Mansfield, Charleston, and going into the just those areas there. If you are on Interstate 50 or Highway 50, that is mainly where those towns are. This storm will be moving in your area shortly, so please do stay weather aware, and again, we'll stay with you in the next coming hours as these storms begin to move through. As this one cell begins to move into the Oklahoma Panhandle or southwestern to central Oklahoma area, it is kind of in a radar hole. So, well, not exactly. It is covered by 3 different radars, but it's harder to see. To the folks that may be watching, thank you for tuning in. We are again covering the current ongoing severe weather in the Central Plains. So please do, again, take precautions, stay weather aware as you can, and stay tuned with your local weather net or your news station and local National Weather Service. Be sure to charge your phones and be sure to have some extra batteries in your local or in your weather radio. I'm continuing to monitor the Twitter feed as well for anything else that may be occurring. We are also currently dealing with a larger snow system ongoing. Bear with me here. Chillo. You're good. Alright. Continuing to cover live here. Again, we do have the larger winter threat currently ongoing towards the north, and I can turn on my warnings really quick there, and we'll take a quick look at that. Okay, I'll have to switch to that scene, to bear with me. Hold on. Alright, bear with me, y'all, as I am trying to get Tanner set up as well. I do not see your feed. Alright, there we go. Alright, so again, we are covering the areas that are in the tornado warnings. Alright, so they did drop that tornado warning that was moving into the Oklahoma Panhandle. That is now a new severe thunderstorm warning for this region, or continuation. I do apologize there, but that is now a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning, so you are able to move out of your safe place, but with caution, as you are still in a severe thunderstorm warning within that region. So that kind of just took over that tornado warning there. Going down towards the other tornado warning that we currently have ongoing, they are most definitely probably going to allow that one to either expire or they're going to continue it. I'm going to take a look at the rotation. Alright, let me see. Right now I see a black screen. Bear with me, y'all. Alright, so again, we are covering for this tornado warning. We're most likely going to see a continuation on this warning, as there is some still some rotation within this cell, and that may warrant a continuation to it. But we got 9 minutes on this one, so they may allow it to expire, but there is still some slight rotation with it. So if they do allow it to expire, again, there's still some slight rotation, so we'll continue to monitor that situation there. trying to get a better view on it. It's really hard to get a better view on this one, but it's still indicating some stronger area of rotation. This one is still pretty hail dominant though. Going down south, we still got, it looks like we're picking up on some large hail now falling throughout that region. I'm going to look at the coefficient. You can see that there. It almost looks like a debris ball, but it's really noise. That might be a hail spike as well. So some larger hail is falling possibly towards the Guthrie region. I'll wait to see if there's any reports on that, and I'll let y'all know. Alright, let me look. Hold on. Still black. Alright, ongoing now. Yes, sir. Yep, already done. Okay. Tanner, keep going for a minute. I'm gonna go get my earphones so I don't have this echo. Yeah, sure, if you want to. I'm gonna try to fix my dual monitor here, so your screen's gonna be out for a minute. Actually, never mind. It's actually still there, so we're good. Yeah, I was gonna say most likely, probably not, because it's weak. But go ahead. You having some issues with the thing? Alright, I'll continue going if you need me to. Alright, I do see Tanner over there. Alright, so again, as Tanner was saying, we might have some broad rotation. It does look like they're just going to allow this tornado warning to expire. I think they already did, as, bear with me as I try to look at it. No, not yet, but they're going to let it expire according to that, because I did put a severe thunderstorm warning there. Oklahoma might take over with the warnings here in the next couple of minutes, and we'll begin to see newer warnings. And it does look like the Oklahoma area put a special weather statement out in front of it, so it mainly looks like they're going to allow that tornado warning to expire. Again, we do still see some weak rotation within that cell, and fairly small, but still there. And so we're just going to give you that caution. They may issue a new tornado warning, and they may not. So again, we're going to continue to monitor this tornado warning, and including that severe thunderstorm warning. Hail up to golf ball size hail was falling earlier, or being radar indicated reported from then. So we're going to continue to monitor this as it goes through. Going back up towards the Dodge City, Kansas area, we do have that one severe thunderstorm warning still ongoing, and we do have an interesting cell down south here that I'll be sure to monitor. Larger hail is possibly falling with this, and we do have one of those singular hook echoes kind of look to it. Not exactly hook echo. It's getting its act together in general. So we're going to continue to monitor the Kansas area, as y'all are also in the tornado or severe thunderstorm watch, and we'll continue to monitor these cells down towards the Oklahoma area. You know, there's an area in a severe thunderstorm warning just south. I don't know if it's just noise or bad radar, but there is a red and green together pretty tight, or just right next to each other. But it's in a weird spot, so we'll have to watch next radar trends to be more sure if that is a rotation or not. Not completely sure yet. They probably did. I'm not getting those updates from Radar Omega yet, because you know how it is. Alright. So again, Alright, so we got Tanner's feed. I'm going to try to drag his feed over here real quick, y'all, so bear with me. Alright, so that's my audio. I'm trying to figure out something, y'all. So if I can somehow... Tanner, are you speaking? Okay. Alright, move that there. And we still got his feed. So yes, they did expire that tornado warning now. It is now off the radar. So we continue with that severe thunderstorm warning now into the Oklahoma region, Cheyenne, Strong City, and Sweetwater, going into Raiden. Y'all are now in this new severe thunderstorm warning, and this will continue for the next 43 minutes, or going into until 4:30 Central Daytime. That will carry some larger hail with it, and they did allow the other special weather statement up here to expire. We'll continue to watch the Garden City and Sharon, Kansas region. I do apologize if I am pronouncing your town name wrong, but we're going to continue to monitor the severe thunderstorm warning up here, and we'll let you know. But we currently have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, and they're going to allow this other one to expire in 27 minutes from now. But these are mainly moving, the ones in the Texas Panhandle are mainly moving into the Oklahoma region now. So that's going to be the west central Oklahoma region. So Elk City, Clinton, Sayre, going into Mangum and Altus. That's where most of these stronger storms are beginning to move into. They're starting to make way into that severe thunderstorm watch region. And we do got these other storms still ongoing in the Texas region. Those will be mainly a linear threat later on tonight. And it does look like we're going to be dealing with a linear threat, as all these cells are still kind of congealing into each other now. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Make sure we're not seeing any other supercellular looks to them, because if we do, we will see an uptick in possible tornado chances with that. But since we have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, I want to take a look at the 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Bear with me. I want to take a look at the current ongoing winter weather that we're dealing with. Tanner, are you wanting me to unmute yourself? Unmute you, because I did mute your audio. Okay. Alright, there we go. And gonna go to the winter weather part. I'm just gonna turn everything on pretty much so we could see. So taking a wide look at the whole area, we got the severe weather going on down in the Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas region. And then we got all the winter weather going on from California going into Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. Not Nevada, just California, Arizona, New Mexico, going into Utah, Colorado, and northern parts of Kansas, Nebraska, and it just pretty much engulfs the whole north central part, like the Dakotas and the Montana region. Those areas where we're dealing with that winter weather ongoing currently up there. And then we focus down south once again. We have the severe weather, and if we look a little bit closer, we also have fire weather ongoing as well. So we do have a red flag warning for the few of these areas down here in the Texas region, and we do have a few warnings there for the panhandle of Texas and parts of the Kansas region going into Colorado. I'm trying to think. I do apologize. And we do have some in Nevada as well. And Missouri. So with that, fire weather is expected towards the Texas regions, and where it's going to be dry and windy. We're going to have that drier atmosphere, dry moisture, as the system is led by more of a dry front that's going to move through, and that's what we've already had happen. That's what fired our storms. And then we'll have a cold front behind it that's going to bring even drier and gustier winds behind that. So a lot to cover within the couple of hours. We got winter weather, fire weather, and severe weather all at the same time. A lot going on at one time for sure. But if you stay tuned with us here, we'll continue to cover it live on YouTube, and we'll have breaks in between, but I do not plan on ending the live tonight in any circumstances, as we'll cover it. Go ahead and turn off my fire weather too. I meant to do that. But again, we do have those. We have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings still ongoing at this time. And we're not really worried about those special weather statements at all. I'm just going to go ahead and turn those off. I do want to take a little bit of a breakdown on what we could also see other than the warnings. So bear with me. I do apologize, folks. I am trying to get things in orderly fashion so I can share. As Tanner did say, one of these cells do some possible broad rotation with it. So we'll continue to monitor that possibility. So going up back to the Dodge City area, we still have some larger, Garden City now. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning still ongoing. Again, for Garden City, going into Priceville for those larger hail there. And areas impacted would be the southeastern Kearney County and southwestern Kansas, western Finney County and southwestern Kansas, northeastern Grant County and southwestern Kansas, northwestern Gray County and southwestern Kansas, and northwestern Haskell County in the southwestern Kansas region until 4:30 p.m. Central Daytime. At 3:46 p.m. Central Daytime, a severe thunderstorm warning was located near the Plymell, moving north at 25 miles per hour. Very slow moving, so flash flooding will possibly be a concern with some hail piling up on roadways as well. Ping pong size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts can be expected as well. So if you're in that region, please do stay indoors. We do have a new tornado warning. This is the area that Tanner just mentioned. We do have a new tornado warning for the Texas Panhandle here, just south of Shamrock. We got some weak rotation within this region, and we did just get a new air scan. Looks to be a little bit more falling apart, but we are in the radar hole a little bit. But new tornado warning for the next couple of minutes, and it's on the ground. Evidently, it is observed. We have a observed tornado warning. So there has been a report of a tornado on the ground by a Skywarn spotter. I want to go ahead and take a look at this. At 3:52 p.m. Central Daytime, a confirmed tornado was located near the Texola, or 12 miles east of Shamrock, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Hazard damaging tornado and ping pong ball sized hail is expected. Publicly confirmed tornado is on the ground, so this was confirmed by the public. Again, it is on the ground. We do have a large rotating wall cloud being reported southwest of Sweetwater, Oklahoma. Bear with me here. That was 6 minutes ago on the Twitter X. So if you follow me there, I will be reposting that as well. Bear with me as I make a update. And we're going to continue to monitor the situation for these areas, as the tornado warning is in not really a populated area. This is more in a very, very less than populated area, but it's moving into the Eric region. So we're starting to come closer to it impacting those areas. But bear with me as I continue to try to post this. So if you are in this tornado warning or just outside of it in any of these areas, please do take shelter. This does look like a very mostly rural area, so that's a good thing on our end. So since it's mainly rural area, it's not going to impact anything much by anything. Um, so continuing to monitor this situation though. So we saw a funnel cloud, and that is what warranted our warning there. We're going to continue to monitor the situation. We do have some larger hail that has ponded on some roadways towards the Shamrock region, so please do take it slow and treat it as you should. Alright, bear with me folks as I'm getting my bearings together. I'm going to try to work on my dual monitor here as I also speak. This observed tornado warning is still ongoing, 17 minutes. Again, this is publicly confirmed, and it is on the ground, or at least was briefly on the ground. It is still decently hard to find any rotation on it right now due to the radar hole that it's in, but we're going to continue monitoring that this situation as of now. And my throat is getting dry, so it is getting very hard for me to talk. Alright, so we do got a extension tornado warning for the Eric area now in the Oklahoma region. So again, if you are in the Eric region of Oklahoma, you are now in a tornado warning. So please do take action. Move into a safe interior room, the most interior room of your home or building, and move away from doors and windows. And bring a weather radio with you. Bring us with you, and we will keep you weather aware and weather updated within this newer warning. It is a observed tornado warning. This is going to be ongoing for the next 46 minutes, and as of now, again, it is still confirmed on the ground. And there's the rotation. It looks like we're starting to see a little bit of something here. If not, it would be down here. So we're waiting on some better scans as this is moving a little bit closer to the radar site. So hopefully we can get some better scans on this storm and be able to see it much, much better. I'm going to try my best to get a good point of it, but unfortunately this is all we got, really. So again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. If you are in the warning, you need to be in your safe place, as we are. We got reports of this tornado being on the ground. Alright, posted a newer update there. We're going to continue to, again, as I always say, we're going to monitor this and be sure to keep y'all safe as these storms are ongoing. Right now we do still have a observed tornado ongoing, and with that we could see larger hail with it. Up to ping pong size hail and larger. So if you are out in front of it, be sure to take action now. Moving into a interior room of your building, of a sturdy building as well. And bear with me here as I'm trying to find any newer information on the storms So far, nothing. Again, tornado warning is still observed. We still got 13 minutes on the one in Texas, and we got 43 minutes on the one in the Oklahoma region there. Going back up north to the Dodge City area to kind of look at this one, we're still seeing the hail, and we might start seeing some of these storms try to pick up on that shear out there and just that instability. We might start seeing some rotation within that storm. Going back south towards the tornado warning that is observed. I'm going to take a look at CC, and we're not seeing anything at this time, but it is still confirmed publicly. Again, if you are in the Eric region, please do take shelter and move into an interior room of a sturdy building. So reports of this tornado, of the region in this tornado warning, of having funnel cloud with it briefly, and that is an ingredient. And I believe this is where our rotation actually might be now. Still in a terrible radar hole, so it's really hard to tell. But within that region, that might be where our tornado would be. You're good. We have a confirmed tornado warning on the ground just southwest of Eric. Yep, two. But this. Well, with the radar hole being there, we can't really see where. Right. Position. Just looking, we did just get a new radar update, so the radar is now very, very messy, and it literally looks like we don't got any rotation anymore. But it was confirmed earlier, and it's still confirmed as of now. Yeah, there's none. I've already looked, unless it's changed. Tanner, take over real quick, as I'm going to take a real quick water break. I just got a brief. I'm seeing reports here of a brief tornado near the Garden City area a few minutes ago. That is towards, again, the Garden City in Kansas. Alright, so looking at CC, give it. Uh, Hold on, I'm trying to get a better. It mainly looks like the cell is starting to weaken, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not seeing a lot. Of course, as I said before, this is slightly in a radar hole, but with that, it does look like the cell is kind of going into a stage that it's really not going to produce much at this moment. But still, some larger hail can be expected, but it really doesn't. There might still be some broad rotation in it for sure, but I don't think it's observed anymore at this point. But I'm continuing to monitor social media to see if I hear anything. All right. Correct. All right. Yeah, I sure can. So, as Tanner was talking about with that weak, we're seeing weak rotation, but not much. We're not seeing much on that. This cell is moving at 45 miles per hour northeast. It is still confirmed. At 3:57 p.m. Central Daytime, a confirmed tornado was located at 9 miles southwest of Texola. But they're probably going to update it here in just a little bit and put it as radar indicated. That tornado warning in the Texas region has most likely been allowed to expire. Even if it hasn't, they got 6 minutes on it. There's not any storms with it. So if you are in this area, which I doubt really anybody is because it looks fairly rural, but if you're on the road or anything, that y'all are allowed to move out of your safe place. Going down south towards the severe thunderstorm warning down here in Texas, we do have a relatively stronger cell now, and I actually think we may see a tornado warning come out with this one. It looks like kinda. It's not exactly in place with this cell, so not exactly rotation, but we'll be monitoring. The area that I'm mainly looking at is right here, where there's some closer coupleting, but I'm still very noticeable on the hook echo look to it there. So if you are out in front of this cell in the Texas region, there is relatively large hail expected with this. If you're on Crowell and outside of that, again, some relatively larger hail will be moving towards the area. Going farther south, we do have some newer cells developing towards the Sweetwater and Abilene region. These cells are going to try to attach towards that moisture, and we'll see what happens. A lot of these storms may struggle today due to the lack of moisture we do not really have in the atmosphere. We have about 50s and 40s. Some areas have in the upper 60s, but I am going to take a look at some however you would say that, and we're going to take a look at that real quick, and we'll kind of see what our atmospheres are looking like right now, which right now I believe Oklahoma area, it's not as much because the storms, yes, they're firing, but they may be possibly struggling just a little bit. You're good. They did update that tornado warning to a radar indicated. Tanner, which radar are you using? Sorry to cut. Okay. Hey Tanner. Uh, Sorry to interrupt. We're most likely going to see a tornado warning here in just a little bit for the Trust Scout region and Texas. There's some broad rotation out there, and there is a wall cloud that has been reported multiple times already towards the Trust Scout Texas region, and we do have a pretty defined hook echo with it too. So we're going to continue to monitor that. Tanner, if you want to continue talking, you may. All right. All right. So I'll continue coverage for Tanner. We are still covering that tornado warning up in the close to the Elk City in Oklahoma. There, as it still has some broad to weak rotation, and it's most definitely in a terrible radar hole. It looks like that tornado warning is not in the actual cell anymore. Um, so most definitely we're going to be dealing with those stronger winds and larger hail as well. But that tornado warning may be allowed to expire in the next couple of minutes. I have been watching this one storm down south where it looks like we are going to possibly see a possible tornado warning in the next coming minutes as it's getting itself together. There might be some broad to weak tornado, and this is just west of Truscout, Texas. Excuse me, Truscout, Texas. Very, very interesting cell. It has that supercellular look to it, and it's got potential. So again, if you are in Truscout, what the heck was that? Okay. So if you are in Truscout, Texas, I need you guys to just be ready, and be ready for this warning to get issued if it does. But again, bear with me here, as I am having some issues. Hey Tanner, Tanner, Tanner. Um, Nobody can exactly hear you. You have some very, very, very loud static noise on the live green screen feed. Still very staticky. I mean, we could hear you, but there is some static sound with it. Still very static. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, it's I can see the bar. It's just saying at constant with the static. We apologize, folks, as we are trying to figure out this issue. I'll continue with coverage real quick, and so that tornado warning was allowed to be expired. If you are in Sawyer or just south of Sawyer, though, we are still having some possible ping pong ball size hail falling, and if you're traveling on I-40, yes, it's much better. Alright, I'm going to try to reconnect my earphones. Yes. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm having some issues here. Bear with me, folks. What happened there? If Okay, this is. Yep, agreed. I'll take over real quick for you. Alrighty, so continuing to cover on what Tanner was talking about, we do have some larger hail falling with this Sawyer storm, um, and that is as to be expected. No rotation with that storm though. Going back down south to this very, very just intense looking supercell down south is incredible. At the most, we got some rotation. I'm honestly surprised we are not seeing a tornado warning. It looks like this is starting to wrap back into itself. It does have a tornado possible warning on it with a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust as well. So my main focus right now is towards this Texas storm. It is mainly in a rural area, but in Trust Scout, I'm 100% sure that y'all are possibly seeing some funnel clouds here and there. Um, and I am just very, very just trying to monitor at most. Trying to monitor something there. I thought I seen something, but it's nothing right now. Alright. So again, folks, we're still covering for the severe weather in the plains. There's not a lot of atmospheric. There's not a lot of atmospheric. What am I trying to say here? There's not a lot of energy in the atmosphere for these storms to kind of use at this point. We got larger hail towards the Elk City area, but right now, and we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning in Nebraska, which is interesting. But right now, there is not a lot of moisture in the air, and the most area we're going to be watching for more tornado genesis is towards the Texas area, in my opinion. Towards this area, when this areas with the cells on them, so going down south, but going up north here, we can still see that tornado threat as well, or continue. But the main threat is going to be the larger hail threat and the gusty winds, and gusty winds up to 75 or 65 to 70 miles per hour, and larger hail up to an inch to 2 inches of hail as well. Spin up tornadoes will be possible as well, but nothing at most. We did have a funnel cloud reported in the Garden City region, and some damage was also reported. So there's some reported power outages towards the Garden City, Kansas area, and we go all the way towards the Nebraska region, where we are currently seeing some hail as well up here. So very dynamic and big system. Going towards that severe thunderstorm warning towards the Elk City area, it's harder to see now. It's in a decent radar hole. It's been in a decent radar hole for a while, but the radar beams don't exactly reach it that well. So it's in a strong area though, and it's continuing to go. We still got rotation ongoing with this storm just west of 175 road of 1756 and 6, just south of Crowell, and just northeast now of Truscott. If you are in the Truscott region, you do have this storm. I would be very interested to see what it looks like in person, just with the amount of rotation we're getting with this storm as well. So very, very interesting storm for sure. We're going to continue monitoring this storm as we go through the next couple of hours, and we're going to move over here real quick to that storm, so I'm using a different radar. So I want you guys to be just in your safe place. Take this as a chance to move into your safe place, please. Bear with me as I try to get some audio playing real quick, and we'll go from there. Alright, I'll be right back, folks, here in just a minute. Bear with me. And once the storm is issued, I'll let you know. Alrighty, folks, I do apologize about that, and we are going to come back on here in just a minute. Bear with me as I try to get my desk camera back on. There we are. Alright, so we're still continuing to cover this cell down towards the Truscott region and Gilliland. It's looking very interesting, especially with the new radar update there. Going back up towards Elk City, we do continue to see that severe thunderstorm warning ongoing. Larger hail can be expected with this storm. We'll continue to monitor that. Going back to Dodge City, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning still ongoing. That will be ended in 36 minutes, and then 36 minutes, when we go towards the Nebraska area, we got that severe thunderstorm warning. That will expire in 8 minutes. So my main focus is going to be down here towards the Texas region and the Oklahoma and Kansas region. But right here is where we do have a stronger storm. And so far, I'm not seeing anything just yet. Any reports just yet. But I am continuing to monitor that situation. So bear with me as I do this and try to read up. Alright, so main threat now is damaging winds and larger hail with some spin-up tornadoes, according to the new mesoscale discussion. So we are continuing to monitor this situation. Again, a lot of the moisture is not there that we really needed. Did not mean to do that, folks. There we go. So it's very much struggling to gather its strength outside of the energy here. But I want to take a closer look here of this storm that is currently severe warned, but I want to look at it from up top. And we'll go ahead and kind of share this real quick to bear with me. There we go. So, not a very tall storm. I mean, it's tall, but not exactly very tall. It is mainly reached out, so it's still there. It's got some rotation. If we look at it from here, this is the rotation right here. We look towards the north here, towards the Crowell. You could see the storm. That's the west, and it's still rotating, and it's got some rotation with it. We're going to continue to watch over the next couple of minutes for sure. So stay tuned with us here at the weather desk, and we'll keep you weather aware when and if possible. So we're going to pull back up our radar the best we can. Radar Omega, and continue on from there. Bear with me as I go do something real quick. But I'm going to continue to speak to y'all. And again, no tornado warnings at this time, but we do have that possible rotation that we're dealing with currently towards those regions. And let's see. Nothing has been reported now. It's just fairly decently quiet right now. We still got that rotation for this cell going back up towards the Elk City region. It's mainly quiet for this storm. We got some larger hail with that. The severe thunderstorm warning in Nebraska expires in 4 minutes, and going back up towards the Garden City, we still got that severe thunderstorm warning there. It looks like we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning. Or no, that's already been there. I do apologize. So just watching the past couple of minutes of this storm, it's more outflow dominant now. So we're getting some outflow with it. Looks like there might be some weak and broad rotation with it, but it's more of a wind threat right now and larger hail threat. So we're continuing to monitor that. 70 mile per hour wind gust. The areas, we can also expect $half sized hail. Areas that will be impacted will be the southeastern Forward County in northern Texas, northeastern Knox County in northern Texas, southwestern Wilburger County in northern Texas, and northwestern Baylor County in Texas, excuse me, until 5:30 p.m. Central Daytime. At 4:39 p.m. Central Daytime, a severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles northwest of Gilland, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazard 70 mile per hour wind gust and half-dollar size hail are expected. So this is mainly a hail threat right now. It looks like the rotation is broken up on it mainly. We are going to continue to monitor these two storms and the one in Kansas as well. And we're continuing to monitor these storms as well through the Kansas region. And we got the storms going in Garden City, Kansas, and other places as well. We're going to do that. And bear with me here as I'm going to do something real quick again. So I'll keep you weather aware in the next coming minutes. But for right now, we're going to watch the radar. And I'll be right back. So bear with me. Alright, folks, so now we are starting to get reports of some wall clouds developing towards the Elk City region. So we are now going to come back to coverage here real quick, and we're going to continue to cover this region as we are getting reports of a wall cloud from many Skywarn spotters as well. So we may get a tornado warning here shortly, depending on how much it is rotating here. So bear with me as I am reading up on anything else that we might have. And we do have some, we got some broad rotation. We do have a couple funnels being reported with this one as well. That does have a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning on it right now. Again, this is in a radar hole most likely here, and it's hard to really see on radar. So we got to count on the people on the ground, and that's why we are grateful for our Skywarn spotters in general. But we're continuing to monitor this one cell now. Larger hail will be falling with this, but as it begins to organize, we are watching it and making sure we can see making sure we can keep it covered. Excuse me. We have had a bunch of reports of non-severe thunderstorm wind damage or wind gusts of 60 miles per hour towards the New Mexico region, and that is where we do have that fire risk. So with that, we can expect some fires. Please don't light anything if possible, because again, fires are going to be the thing for today down there towards the New Mexico and central panhandle of Texas. Going back south towards this cell, still doing its thing. We're still monitoring it. We still got a tornado possible tag on that one. And going back up to Kansas, towards the Garden City area, we still are dealing with some larger hail with this. And that severe thunderstorm warning will expire in the next 25 minutes. And that one in Nebraska was allowed to expire. Moving towards the Oklahoma City radar and towards the Elk City area, where we did have those reports of rotation wall cloud developing. The most part of seeing that would be in here in that region. So continuing to monitor the situation there, and we are seeing a very, very low wall cloud to start developing as a tornado. Bear with me as I'm trying to get my mind straight there. So as we continue to monitor the situation that is ongoing, I do want to take a look at our HRRR model real quick and kind of show y'all what we can expect throughout the next couple of hours and what we're seeing. So far, we are starting to see more of a linear threat for certain. I want to go. Wrong thing. Alright. Alright, bear with me, folks. I will be right back. I do apologize about that disappearance there. I had to go get something real quick. I hate to leave the stream unoccupied at times when I have to go do something, but that's what I had to go do real quick. We're going to take our focus back down here real quick just to monitor this, and there is the slightest little rotation within that cell, but mainly a linear threat right now. If this thing can grab some of that atmosphere, just grab some of the energy out there, we could have a storm develop out in front of it. Going back towards the Elk City storm, where we did have some wall clouds and a wall clouds being reported, we are seeing less of interest in it, but continuing to kind of keep an eye on it for sure. and it does look like we are monitoring. I do apologize there. So we do have some reports coming in of some rotation, or a wall cloud rotating, and it does look like we do have the broadest rotation within this. So we're continuing to monitor. It still has a tornado tag on it, and so far nothing exactly yet with this. No other reports, but I am still seeing reports of it tightening up. Bear with me as I am mainly monitoring the situation that we have ongoing. Alright. Going back down just south of Vernon, Texas, we do have some broad rotation still, and we're keeping our eyes on both of those severe thunderstorm warnings. And going towards the Garden City area, same thing here. 19 minutes on that severe thunderstorm warning. No rotation on that storm though. It just has some larger hail and some damaging winds with it. And we're going to go ahead and focus on our models here real quick, just so we can get a look at what we can expect real quick. So taking a look, this is at the 20Z Sunday. So 20Z here, I got a sheet of paper right beside me, is 8 p.m. Central Daytime. And around 20Z, we've already had some of these storms develop out in front of the line. These are just weaker linear storms. Some of these cells are going to try to be cellular alone. They're going to be isolated, especially down south in the central, closer to the Texas Panhandle there. And as we move on through the evening, we could see this become a linear threat. Still dealing with some supercells around the AM hours, and going early into Monday morning, we'll begin to see a linear threat with this as well. And that is going to advance into a MCS to a squall line type cell. That is where we do move on to a enhanced risk for tomorrow. Again, that would be an enhanced risk for tomorrow for the same areas that we did before in 2023, which is eerie enough, but we're continuing to monitor that situation as well. We may see a little bit bigger tornado threat with that than we are today. Today is mainly dealing with the linear and a larger hail threat as well. So supercells, still a thing, but we're seeing more of a linear and hail threat, which is straight line damaging winds as well. So bear with me as I move this back to the current alerts and outlooks here, and we'll continue on from then. I'm trying to find my radars, and we still might have some broad rotation with this storm, and we're going down south, and we got the same thing here with this one. So main thing, we're just going to continue monitoring these cells, and from then on. But I'm going to take a quick dinner break here, and we'll be back here shortly as soon as I can. And I do apologize for leaving quickly, but I am going to take a quick dinner break. So I'm going to get my full radar ongoing, and I'm going to let it play from here. We do still have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, that is 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. So we have a severe thunderstorm watch that is also still ongoing. I'll be right back, folks.